Today we're going to talk about front load washers and why, as we hear from some customers that come in and say, why does my front load washer smell?
Good question, Fran. So I'm going to ask you, why does yours smell? You're going to play the customer. I'll ask some quick questions. Ready? The things we think about.
Yep.
First thing I'd ask you, if you said your machine smells, I'd say, did you shut the door, go away for a few days, or go on a vacation? Do you leave that door propped open at the end of a wash if you know you're going to do that?
No.
No. Well, could be the answer. A lot of times we don't know. Leave that open. Warm, moist environment. Just like a Tupperware, if you leave a lid on it with some water in it, it really smells. So one thing to think about, if you know you're going away, make sure you prop that door open. Next thing I tell you, maybe wipe out the gasket. Do you do that regularly?
Never.
Okay, you don't have to, but it's a good common practice, okay? Third thing, important thing, do you ever clean the machine? And by cleaning the machine, what does that mean to you?
I don't clean it.
Oh yeah, you don't clean it, right? So machines today, a lot of them have come with the cycle that you can actually put them on to wash and it'll prompt you to say, hey, time to clean your machine. Generally, it's a high heat sanitized cycle. It might ask you to pour in a cup of bleach or some form. Everyone has a little different tweak to it, but it's cyclical and they're going to prompt you to let you know when it's done. You may have a machine that doesn't have that feature. That's okay. Product out there called Afresh, okay? You can buy it on Amazon. You can buy it really anywhere. We sell it online. It's just a simple tablet, almost looks like a dishwasher tablet. You throw it in the machine, put it on a high-speed wash just by itself, let it do its thing. It's going to descale, de-rinse, kind of take the smell out of anything. And so it's a good, healthy habit to get in once a month to kind of do that if you don't have a prompted cycle. If you have a prompted cycle, a lot of times it'll tell you to use bleach or that tab. So kind of a good habit to get into. The next thing I would tell you is detergent. Do you use a lot of detergent?
We may at times.
You may. And sometimes people say to me, no, I don't. But you're generally not the only one using the machine. And a lot of times people today are using a liquid fabric softener as well as a detergent. And we see this in general, that Americans are generally generous with that detergent. A little more might be better to clean. Not in these front load machines. They're all timed and automatically dispense at the time that it needs it throughout the wash, and more doesn't always get it washed out of the clothes. That detergent and that softener that sits in the machine can be a major contributor to that drum getting mold and really actually having a smelling effect, the exact opposite of what you might think. So that's really it in a nutshell. Now, beyond that, we know that this is a common question and it's a problem over years and they've gotten better, but have any machines kind of solved that?
Yeah, for sure. And that's where I would say, like, and really the reason, like, front load machines are airtight. You end up, there's no airflow if those doors are staying closed. And a machine that I actually own at my house now is the GEs. And the newer GEs have really addressed that problem a few different ways. So one, we kind of talked about the gasket and kind of wiping that off or cleaning it and things like that. So one of the things that they've done in the GE, you have microban kind of built in a lot of different areas of the washer machine that kind of resist the mold and mildew and smell and that sort of thing. The gasket is all built with microban. When you open the detergent, like you said, it's actually auto dispensing, like a lot of them are. So that's an easy way, if you have an auto dispensing machine, to make sure you're not using too much detergent. You just dump it in. It will last 10 to 20 loads, depending on the brand and the washer that you have. So really will last a long time. It's not something you have to do every single time that you're washing clothes. And it will dispense exactly how much it needs, depending on the cycle. That also has a microban built into it as well. Like you said, like keeping that door propped open. If your machine doesn't have a fan or anything like that, just keeping that door propped open, allow the air to air dry, really makes a big difference. On the GE machines, and actually when you close that door, it actually has, the vent button that's right on there, around the door is actually a built-in vent, and it will vent it out and completely dry the machine out. It's not using really barely any energy. It's not like it's using, a ton of power or anything like that. That vent will dry out the gasket. The microban will help resist the mold and mildew and that sort of thing. Not to say that the GE is the only machine that will make sure you don't have any smell or odor or things like that. A lot of different machines will have the auto dispensing. Obviously have the ability to be propped open the door or do something like that. May have that clean cycle. And that's the other thing. The GE machine will prompt you about once. It's more by load, so it usually ends up being about once a month or so, depending on how often you're doing those loads, to run that clean cycle. And if you don't have that, set yourself a reminder or something, but most machines will prompt you today as well.
Great tips. Thanks for the advice. Have multiple brands myself, LG, Electrolux over the years. Been happy with them all. Really haven't had the most belt, just because I've been mindful of keeping that door open, using the Afresh regularly. You do those couple of things, should be on a good track.
And don't forget to follow us on social media for appliance tips and updates from Yale Appliance.
Your feedback is what shapes our series. Like what you saw? Give us a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. We love hearing from you.
Stay informed and inspired on all your appliance needs. This is Appliance Advisors signing off.